America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing for a second of reflection. Thank you. I want to announce that we have executive session on July 28th and August 3rd to discuss personnel matters. I need a motion to accept. Yeah, we need a roll call too, I guess, prove who's here.
Persing?
Yeah.
Shipman?
Here.
Reichner?
Yes.
Henry?
Yeah.
Ister?
Okay, we have the fire department, police department, treasurer, controller, engineer, code office, public works, police pension board, redevelopment authority, planning commission. Your motion to accept. Need a second?
Henry?
Yes.
Ister? Persing?
Yes.
Shipman?
Yes.
Reichner?
Yes.
Any audience comment on the specific agenda items at this time?
I have one question on the executive sessions. What department were the personnel matters that you were discussing? What-
Police.
Police, okay.
CDBG update. How about more demolition? Jim?
Yes.
1062 Miller.
I have the information here for, they took bids for 1066 Miller Street for demo to Rio Redevelopment Authority. We received 3 bids. Steinbacher Enterprises, $14,300. We had Affordable Construction for $11,400, and Burgess Excavating for $10,100. And of course, Burgess is low bidders. I guess Jamie has all the paperwork and so forth. Is there any questions on any of those bids?
Jim, just to clarify for the minutes, you had said 1066. This is 1062.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And the people at 1066 might like their home.
Well, I do apologize. You know that has happened already.
I know it has. It's always.
I'm not here, but I've seen that already. 1062, I apologize.
Yeah.
Any
For a motion?
Make that form of
Need
motion.
a second?
I'll second.
Ister?
Yes.
Persing?
Yes.
Shipman?
Yes.
Reichner?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Redevelopment authority update.
I was at the last meeting. The great news is the city, through the court proceedings with Judge Wiest as the judge, has acquired 2 more properties. That was reported in the daily item already. There were actually 2 properties that went back to the property owners. That was the eminent domain proceeding was in the works, and the property owners fixed up their places. So the action was removed. So we have property owners doing the right thing. The one property that is postponed for a hearing that will be coming up in the beginning of September is 116 South 4th Street. With that one, it's currently owned by J.P. Morgan Chase, which is a several billion-dollar company, and they haven't done anything to fix up the property, so the final step will be to take it in front of Judge Wiest for that to be concluded. So with any luck, I'll come back to you with good news on that.
Okay. Anybody from SRI?
Yes, Mayor.
I'm sorry, Meg, I didn't see you back there.
That's okay.
Anything you'd like to talk about?
Oh,
Anything might be coming up this weekend or anything?
No, it's a little event we might be having this weekend. I apologize, I had some technical difficulty with the office, so I'll put on the annual list here. At the Albright Center, the roof is completed. The new tax credit application was submitted on July 31st. Business and Economics Committee has a sponsor for the Biz Pitch competition. The first sponsor is Service First Credit Union, so I appreciate them supporting that. Hill Neighborhood has a new event coming up this fall in October called Booze and Brews. So they're working on getting that planned to be in October. We had a high school intern help us out this summer, and one of his bigger projects was Chalk the Walk for River Festival. So he helped pull that together. He did a great mural on the front of our building, and he's really going into his senior year at Shigoni. So he was a huge asset this summer. A lot of their career when he has that program and offer it to us. Cemetery tours will be held on October 21st. August 31st is Blind Children Kahunas on the riverfront. The promotions committee just released their new discount card. Last year, I think we had, 14 restaurants. This year, I think we're at over 26 businesses. It's both restaurants and other service type businesses within the community. So those can be purchased at the SRI office or in our booth at River Festival. And Augusta Wine and Brew Festival is on for September 19th of next month. Had some great entertainment, tickets are on sale at Brewers, so they're sold, local first. Next week, they should be available online. And the big thing, River Festival. Valley's Got Talent is Thursday night. We have, I'm going to say it wrong, somebody correct me if I say it wrong, is it Aaron Kelly? Aaron Kelly from American Idol will be one of our guest judges. So we're very excited to have him.
Time does that start?
That starts at
7.
7. I don't have Slade here tonight because he was actually on WBRE at 4 for PA Live with Francis Marcella. So we will update us on Valley's Got Talent and what's up. So hopefully we pack the house again. We actually had 44 people in competition in the first round, and then we narrowed it down to 16 people for the event that night. Friday, of course, everything starts midday. 12 and goes into late evening. All of it, we have over 100 vendors. We have a lot of food, a lot of variety in vendors. On Saturday, in addition to the car show, which we always have, we have the chocolate walk. We'll also have a historical display in the SRI office. We will also have the train rides. As we've had over the years, all of the themes are different. The tickets are still available at Brewers Outlet and at our office, and they'll be available that day as well. And anything else on Saturday?
The after hours.
Yes, after hours. In past years, River Festival ended at 6 p.m. sharp, but this year, after the Cardboard Boat Regatta, we will actually have a boat parade. We have over 30 entries for the boat parade already at this point. There will be a panel of judges judging the boat parade, and then afterwards there will be the festival after hours, which will be a Dave Matthews tribute band on the riverfront. It'll be down by the docks because we'll still be cleaning up the amphitheater from the Cardboard Boat Regatta. So we got a busy 3 days planned. So hopefully send some people out.
Good luck. Thank you. Finished business, new business, Ballard Spar engagement letter.
I'll give you a quick rundown on that. This is a law firm that we've worked with in the past. The lawyer that I work with specializes in labor law and personnel matters. This is just a routine request that I have where I turn to other counsel from time to time just for expertise. It's not to do the heavy lifting, but rather just to get some expertise. So I'd like to review with counsel before I do that, and I'd ask for approval of the proposed engagement letter.
I'll make a motion that we approve the engagement letter.
Second.
Persing?
Yes.
Shipman?
Yes.
Reichner?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Ister?
Yes.
Harbor approval, Rick?
Yeah, there was 2 properties on Chestnut Street that we needed some repairs, and since they were in the historical zone, they needed to go before Harb. Harb, it was done last Wednesday, I believe, right, Mike? Harb approved what they presented, so I'm going to make a motion that we accept Harb's decision on 119 and 125 Chestnut Street. So I'll make that motion.
Shipman?
Yes.
Reichner?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Ister? Persing?
Yes. Approval to pay invoices, John?
We have $127,035.03 in general fund expenses and $717.73 in liquid fuels. Make a motion that we pay our bills.
I'll second.
Reichner?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Ister? Persing?
Yes.
Shipman?
Yes.
Tax exoneration, John?
We have 3 individuals, 2 are deceased, 1 is on SSI. Make a motion that we exonerate these individuals from paying their tax.
Henry.
Yes.
Ister. Persing.
Yes.
Shipman.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Is there any audience comment? Anything in particular? Yes, ma'am.
I'm just wondering if there's anything new about the Celotex site?
I haven't gone to any county meetings.
There's one
I'm not aware of
tomorrow.
anything.
There's a county meeting tomorrow. They're going to-
There's a meeting tomorrow? There's a county meeting tomorrow, maybe you can get an update there. Any other questions? Comments? Oh, yeah, in the back. Go ahead, yeah.
I was gonna start out my little speech that I wanna say about, I come here every meeting and I hear everybody bitch. But tonight, I don't hear anybody bitching, so that's a good thing, I guess. But I wanted to ask anybody in this audience, after I've been here all this time, if anybody has any spare time. Because you know something, there's a lot of things that need to be done. And everybody sits here and complains, and they always say it's their city, but I don't see anybody out there doing anything. There has been some people that have been doing things. Last Tuesday night, down at the night out, Cheryl was handing out hot dogs, free from the city. She had no help. Dave was there, he was around, he was doing, he offered. Nobody came and helped her. Why isn't anybody in this city helping? Jim gave time today that sat down and talked to us about different things that were going on with SRI. And there was things that I found out today that I didn't know. You know that man up there is paid $3,200 a year for all the time he puts in here? I didn't know that. I thought he was paid a lot more money than that, seriously. I did. I really did. You're laughing, but it's the truth. I did not know that till today.
That's all they get.
Right. So I've seen Rick out there. I've seen John Shipman gives his time for the Albright Center. All the time. He's on the finance committee. He does not ask anything. He does not do anything. Terry gives time. Dave gives time. Everybody gives time. If anybody has any time to give, we have four people in Crime Watch that are doing street patrol this week. We have to go to other towns to get help to direct traffic in the city for the River Festival. It's pretty bad with the town this big. So I would really appreciate it if anybody wants to do anything. Contact SRI. We have plenty of positions available. You don't have to stand. You can sit. We'll find your chair. You can do anything. We have a booth we're trying to stack this weekend with things for the River Festival. So I'm just, I get a little tired. I give a lot of time. And I'm not saying that to do anything for myself. I'm doing it because I like the city. And I want to see the city like it was when I came here 38 years ago. Prosperous and expanding and doing things. And we really could use some help. So instead of everybody always sitting here and complaining, if anybody really would have some help, we'd appreciate it. And I really would like it if everybody doesn't sit here and always bash these people. Because they really don't get paid a lot of money. They don't. So if anybody knows of any help, I would really appreciate it. Just contact us. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. When we come to put Christmas lights up, you'll probably hear a speech from us. That's not too far away. Julie, do you have your hand up?
I did.
Go ahead.
I was just curious, when we have a public meeting, what is the purpose of a public meeting if you cannot make statements or comments about, for example, the CDGB money, or where it should go, or where it shouldn't go, or whatever?
What do you mean you can't make comment? What are we doing right now?
Well, when Janie was here the last time, and the money was going from the Americas ladder truck to Chestnut Street,
Right.
we were asking questions, and Michael had us kind of stand down.
What I did
Yeah.
was, that was a public hearing simply to give public comment, which means you can give comment, just like you are. But it's not a time for question and answer or interrogation through the public hearing process.
When is that time then?
What's that?
When is that time available for public comment and hear, and,
There's no question that right now is an appropriate time for public comment. You can make your comments. The one thing where the city's had flexibility over the years that I've observed is that they don't mind, as a council or the mayor, to do question and answer, you ask questions, they give answers. They're not necessarily required to do that under the Sunshine Act or the open meeting law, but they do it, I think, to be nice and to just have the system work. But they're really only limited to receiving public comment. So if I'm vague in what I say, I'll say it better, but comment means you can say what you think about what's being presented. But question and answer is not a required process at these meetings. And what Jamie was doing the other evening was, that was a specific public hearing under the CDBG regulations. So that was not an appropriate time for the formal record to have question and answer.
And so when would that appropriate time be?
I really don't think at any time. I think as a requirement, you are required to be allowed to give public comment. But there's no requirement that says that the city council or the mayor has to answer a series of questions on any issue.
So does these fundings act differently from, for example, an NIH grant? There's different requirements? Is this what you're saying?
I have never been involved with an NIH grant. I've only been involved with the CDBG funding and public hearing process.
Because I know specifically when, for example, when you apply for an NIH grant, you apply for something specific. And if you're awarded that money, that is what you apply it to. And if you deviate from that, the money is pulled back. That's why I was questioning that. If in fact it was for a fire company ladder truck, why couldn't it have gone to a fire company?
Right. Which I understand your public comment. And I can't sit here and answer a question where I distinguish between NIH grant regulation versus CDBG regulation. I do know, though, that once the CDBG plan is adopted and voted on by council and then sent down to Harrisburg, where it's being regulated, that you have to follow the terms of the grant, and if you don't follow the terms, then you have to go through the process once again.
So that's a state-regulated money.
Right, and it's state regulated as a pass-through from the federal funds that are provided and then regulated by the state agency. So it starts higher, it goes to the state, then it comes to the city.
Okay, thank you, because that was a
You're welcome.
frustration when I was trying to get that across.
Okay.
But, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was actually her meeting, there in the beginning. Remember when we said it was for her, that was her public meeting, then we revert back to the council.
Right, and it didn't make sense to me that we're signing in for this public meeting, and then we weren't permitted to make questions.
There's no question you're permitted to make public comment. That's what it was intended for. The question and answer, as we've been doing at these council meetings, even like what we're doing right now, that's not a requirement. And we try for the public hearing to keep it as clean as possible, where it's just public comment.
Okay. For the CDBG money, tongue twister, do you also do progress reports?
That Jamie would tell you, but I do know they do periodic reporting, I believe on an annual basis, and have to sign off on it.
Okay.
Because there's time limits on all that stuff.
Right, such as the NIH grant, like you can apply for a 5-year grant or a 3-year grant or whatever. And there is 6 months progress reports that you need to submit.
Yeah.
So that's why I was frustrated. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any questions?
Mayor, just to let everybody know for this weekend, bear with everybody in the city and the fire police with parking restrictions and the new traffic pattern for Friday and Saturday. Market Street and from Front Street to 4th Street will be bagged, no parking. Obviously, that's mainly for the car show and for the river festivities, but if you need to park down there for businesses or anything like that, you will be allowed to park there. My meter guy will be staying away from that end of town, basically. But just bear with the fire police at the intersections, and if you don't have to drive anywhere Friday and Saturday, walk. That's it.
That's the best we can do, huh?
And it's the best we can do.
Yes, ma'am.
I guess this is more of the chief. Where's the handicap parking going to be for River Festival? Does anybody know?
St.
St.
Monica's lot.
What's that?
In St. Monica's lot.
St. Monica's lot.
Thank you.
Megan, do we have special places? Or just the normal ones we have downtown to get?
I'm not aware of that. I don't know on that.
I thought St. Monica basically didn't let a lot of people in there.
They're allowed in there till about 4, when they have mass at 5, I think.
Everyone went down Saturday, probably looked for that thing, decided
Were you late?
Huh?
Were you there late?
I was gonna say, they don't want people staying there at 5, they don't want the park to be full at 5 or 6.
Saturday. They were traffic full of people that were along there.
Do they have any placard?
They was trying to get in there.
Okay, any other questions? Music in the Park, August 11th. Sunbury City Band at 7 o'clock. August 18th, Counterfeit Dreams. August 25th, The Singing Mailman. I'm gonna have to go down and see that. I've never seen The Singing Mailman, but we haven't been down there quite a bit, so I guess I should get down there. I want to thank everybody for coming. This meeting is adjourned.
No. I didn't have to go back. Not a record. Nobody wants
Have a good month. See you next month. Okay?